Now Grand Admiral Marina is the first character I ever bought with mileage tickets, and I doubled down and bought her exclusive weapon with my second set of mileage tickets. Since I started the mobile version of Guardian Tales late, Marina was far from recommended to use mileage tickets on, let alone to get both her and her weapon, but I like what I like and Marina was top of that list. As an aside, I really love pirates, and as there are no SSR pirates in Guardian Tales as yet, I wait for the next best thing, a fleet admiral. Now Marina is a tank whose main weapon is one-handed swords, but in a rare twist, does not carry a shield. She is one of the very few tanks who cannot equip a shield, but to make up for it, her HP and defense stats are some of, if not still the highest in the game 2 years later. Marina is of the water element, and this is probably one of the reasons she isn't recommended as much, especially in the PvP scene. In the current state of her release on Switch, she is going to be ultra strong. But because so many amazing tanks are not too far in the future, Marina is going to be up against some very strong competition soon enough. Now to be clear, Marina never truly becomes bad, it's just that some future options are better. But if you are mostly a PvE focused player, Marina would be a solid investment as long as you want her to be. Now her basic attack combo starts with a short dash slice, follows up with 2 more slashes, and then ends with a forward thrust. Pretty solid basic attack combo, as any kind of dash on a melee unit is useful. Now her secondary attack, or ability as I prefer to call it, has her throw out an anchor that does range damage, and taunts distant enemies. If said enemy is small enough, she can also pull them towards her. As we are discussing skills, let's talk about her exclusive weapon. 2 years later, and this is still the strongest one-handed water sword. So even if you don't own Marina, and you pull this by accident, you might still get good use out of it as an off weapon. But more than its power, let's talk about the weapon skill. It summons cannons that blast all enemies in your character's vicinity. And even better, it follows your character around, making chasing down enemies or pulling them towards you quite fun. Now her last skill, her chain ability, does damage and then creates a water shield around the entire party. Now the duration is quite short, but in a brawl it can let you come out on top. And the best part is that it can be triggered from any status break, so Marina can slot in any team as a replacement and very rarely disconnect your chain. Now for extra tidbits that may or may not matter to you. Her 5-star ability raises her defense by 30% whenever she throws out her anchor. And given her base defense is so high, this is a lot. Her party buff is HP percent, which is always good for a tank and even better for your more squishy party members she will be protecting. And lastly, she has native weapon skill regeneration speed and skill damage for herself. And I think that about covers Marina. One of my favorite things about her is how thick she is. Meaning for a Neanderthal like me, I can face check almost any enemy in the game without fear of dying. So she makes a great lead character and is tied for my most used lead character on mobile. So until next time, my name is Kujets and you can expect more Guardian Tales videos in the future.